If you're thinking of what uni to go to, or whether uni is right for you, then you're in the right place.
I'm Sean, and together with Nicole, in today's live event, we will be presenting some of your questions to the people who make a difference here at UWL.
You will be able to hear from a panel of students about what it's really like to study at UWL, tour the campus, and get your questions answered by admissions.
You can add your comments on YouTube and Facebook, and we will read a selection of these out live. So why not add a comment now and tell us of what you're thinking to study?
And if you have a specific question that you want to be answered directly, you can email courses@uwl.ac.uk, and our dedicated inquiry team is on hand to help.
Up next, Professor Anthony Woodman will be answering some of our questions about why UWL is known as the Career University. But first, here's why students love UWL.
And now I'm joined by Professor Anthony Woodman, Deputy Vice-Chancellor of UWL. That sounds like a fancy title. So, in less than 10 words, what do you do?
Well, good afternoon, Nicole. It is the best job in the world because I oversee both the academic elements of the university, the marketing and recruitment like we're talking today, as well as, above all, being able to look after all of our student interests. So it's a broad job, but it's great fun.
We're glad to have you. So we've actually asked a few viewers to send in their questions in advance. And Mohammed has asked, why is UWL known as the Career University?
Oh, brilliant question. It lies right at the heart of what we do. For us, it is about the journey, and as the word career would put into place, it is about being with every single one of our students when they're here studying with us, and every single one of our alumni once they leave. But it starts from how we design our courses. Most are designed by working with industry experts to ensure that they are relevant to the roles that any of us will go into. Once our students start with us, all of our courses have embedded work experience. Many have internships with them. Once our students graduate, we have a graduate internship program to again get more of that experience about being in the world of work. But above all, we're here, whether it's 1 month, 1 year, or 10 years after our students graduate, to help as life changes, as your employment changes. The Career University, University of West London, is here to support you.
UWL certainly gives back to its students.
We try to, yeah.
Who have we got next? So how can the students be sure that they will get the quality education at UWL?
And again, that's something absolutely key to go alongside those employability skills. So many of our courses are, in addition to us awarding the degrees, they are accredited by bodies, whether that may be in health, things like the Nursing Midwifery Council, but in many areas, engineering, law, etc., which gives that benchmark. Universities anyway are a highly regulated environment, but it's also around the feedback we get from our students. That's why our success in the National Student Satisfaction Survey is so important to us, and why I'm so proud that we right up there at the top for a university where our student voice is heard and allowed us to make those changes. Because when you combine that with our excellent staff, there's quality and it's responsive education to support everybody.
Thank you. It's very clear that UWL students love UWL by that video which was just played. So, Anthony, why do you love UWL?
Where do I start? But it's actually very simple. Our students. They are amazing, they are incredible, and they are really making a difference to their lives, their family lives, but they make difference to myself and our colleagues here. Who wouldn't want to love an institution like that?
Thank you very much, Anthony. So I would just like to remind everyone to add your questions and comments. We will be reading some out after this little film I've made to to help you get an idea what the UWL campus is really like. Welcome to the University of West London. My name's Nicole and I'm going to give you a quick tour around the Ealing campus so you can get a better understanding why people like me love UWL. The Ealing campus is really well connected and is only 20 minutes from central London, but it's also a wonderful, leafy, green community. So you get all the benefits that London has to offer, whilst also enjoying the many open spaces in the area. Here at UWL, we think the support you need in order to succeed is so important. And that's why we make it the first thing you see when you set foot on campus. Here you can access loads of support and advice on things like housing, finance, health, and your own well-being. You might never need help, but it's always good to know that it's there. But our support is not just for when you need help, it's for making the most of your time at university, so you can meet your full potential. Our study support team is here to help you work smarter, not just harder. They offer masterclass workshops, so you can build the skills to excel in your studies. And there's a reason why we're known as the Career University. We support our students in finding paid work and getting relevant work experience. Long before you graduate, our careers team will support you in preparing for the world of work and a rewarding and successful career. This is the Heart Space, the main hub of our Ealing campus. Here you can meet friends, attend events and bump into people you know. It was created as a part of our £150 million transformation of the campus that has created an inspiring social and learning environment for students. Above me is the library named after Paul Hamlin, who believe that everyone should be given the support they need in order to reach their full potential. And that sums up what UWL is all about. The library is not just a part of our campus where a wide variety of books and other learning materials are. It's also an amazing learning space with access to hundreds of computers. Each floor is set up differently, so you can study in a way that suits you. So you can choose from collaborative study, quiet study, or silent study. The library is open 24 hours, 7 days a week during term time. And the library staff are incredibly knowledgeable and are always there to help you. The main teaching area is located just off the Heart Space. Across the campus, there's a whole variety of lecture theatres, seminar rooms, and specialist facilities to help you gain the skills employees need. Down the corridor, you can find our £250,000 flight simulator. That's so good, British Airways use it. Upstairs, you can find our new biomedical labs, green screen rooms, and music production suites. In fact, the whole campus is jam-packed full of amazing facilities, like our professional radio studios, mock courtroom, and hospital simulation centre. Whatever you're planning to study, there are facilities to help you build your skills for a future career. At UWL, the students really do come first. The university takes pride in listening and responding to what students have to say. That's why UWL was voted University of the Year for student experience. The student union plays a big part in that. They help to create a sense of community, enabling students to socialise both within their course and across the university. With nearly 50 clubs and societies, you're bound to meet people with similar interests as you. And if you're into sports and keeping fit, our brand new on-campus sports centre includes 2 gyms, 2 large fitness studios and spacious changing facilities. Many of our sports teams even have access to professional quality facilities. And our partnership with Premier League club Brentford FC provides an exciting connection to elite level sport. I hope you enjoyed that quick tour of UWL at our Ealing campus. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this tour, is that people at UWL care. They care about you and they care about doing their best for you. And that makes all the difference, and it's why I love UWL. If you would like to find out more, sign up for an open day or connect with us on social media. And we hope to see you around campus soon.
We've just received our first set of comments for the day. Sonia asks, what sort of sports facilities are available at UWL? Well, we have a sports and fitness centre on campus, but students can also benefit from the Gunnersbury Spark Sports Centre that has a large sports hall and a whole range of outside pitches.
Mohammed asks what Ealing is like. It's really well connected, so it's easy to get to London and elsewhere. The uni is also really close to lots of green places and spaces.
Karina asks what the SU is like. It's the #1 SU in England. We're very happy to claim that. And there are loads of clubs and societies to join.
Kate asks, what support is there for mature students? At UWL, there is loads of support for everyone, and it's a really diverse community. So whatever your age or background, you will feel at home.
Keep your comments coming in, and remember, if you have a specific question, you can also send them to courses@uwl.ac.uk, and one of our team will get back to you.
Now we're going to hand back over to our panel of students so you can find out a bit more about what they think to studying at UWL.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the student Q&A portion. So my name is Antonia and I work in the student recruitment team here at the University of West London. So we have a lovely panel of our current students here to answer some questions that you guys posed for them. So you'll see them shortly, but let me get started with the first question. So for our panel, in less than 30 seconds, tell us what your experience of studying at UWL has been like. Falcon?
Hi everyone, my name is Falcon Pujara and I am an international student studying at the University of West London. My course is business management and I love studying in this university because we have so many friendly tutors with us. My course is up to date and the amenities with the university is offering me. We have state-of-the-art library facilities and a computer lab where we can find the resources which are useful. Even the student service department which is there, which is constantly helping us for the career advice team and how to collect the interviews for the multinational corporations and everything. And the IT support which we have been getting and all this environment which we have been getting at the university is truly outstanding. And to give an overview that I also work with the university part-time being a student ambassador and work with the SU team, which is a privilege for me being an international student that I can also serve the other students who will be a part of the university in the upcoming years.
Thank you, Falcon. Anyone else from our panel would like to answer?
I can answer.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Luna. I'm studying musical theater. I'm a third year. For me, UWL has been the best thing I chosen to do. They've helped me through hardship times, especially the times we had recently. And it's just a very good environment to work, study, and socialize because I think those three are the most important parts in uni life. That's it.
Thank you. Go ahead, Jane.
So, hi, I'm Jane Ray, and I'm actually graduated here with my BA in voice and performance, and I'm a extra mature student, as I like to call it. So I came back in, and the support that I got was phenomenal. There's study support, and it's a very nurturing environment all the time. So you're encouraged to do the best that you can do, and there were support groups for those of us who had been out of education coming back in to help us know how to do things. And I enjoyed it so much that I've come back to do my master's now.
I'm the last one. My name is Mohammed, and I'm a student of Computing and Information System. So I'm in my second year. I had a great experience with being in West London University. I met a lot of friends. On top of my course, I had also a part-time job with UWL, so which really helped me and gave me a really chance just to enhance my career and the future that I was really looking for. So that was all.
Thank you, guys. It's lovely to hear about all your individual unique experiences, and it's nice to know how the university has supported you throughout your career, and for some who came back. Okay, so the next question, how are your studies setting you up for your future career?
Okay, I'll go first on that one. So for me, I originally started with voice and performance through the London College of Music. And then I've taken a slightly different turn because I'm very interested in the issues of hidden racism and how theatre can help people to overcome things they are experiencing, and also how we as a society can change our viewpoints and bring it up to date. So I'm now doing my master's in global black studies, decolonisation and social justice, which is going to help me both creatively with the work that I want to produce and perform, and also with future research, because I'm interested in potentially researching that as a form of transformative learning. So yeah, very much set me up completely. Great environment, lots of support from not just my own school now, but from the school that I graduated from to help me achieve. So it's absolutely setting me up 100%.
Thank you, Jane. Anyone else?
I would like to say something about it. As I am the student for the International Business Management, my course is more about the industry outside, and the curriculum needs to be up to date because business is something which keeps on changing over the time. The needs, the people's approach, the market segmentation, everything keeps on changing, and one must needs to be up to date in order to match the industry requirements. Uh, the university's course and the modules, like we had modules covering a wide range of topics and programming language, as well as they used to teach us about how to approach certain type of issues with a practical exposure, which really helped me to know that how the UK work environment is all about. Sometimes you just don't need to have an appropriate set of skills, but appropriate set of attitude in order to match something. And this is what the university is offering all the time. There's, this is just because thanks to our lecturers who are very keen and are so dedicated, and they are so experienced from their industry, that they are able to give us such an output.
Thank you, Falcon. Okay, Luna?
I can go next, yes. I think one of the biggest things that the course has given me for my career forward is a lot of more confidence about myself, but also the knowledge of navigating the new industry that we're going into, because as we know, because of everything that has happened in the last few years, the performing industry has changed a lot, and with that, so has the curriculum and the things that they teach us here at UWL. And they've adapted, and they've taught us everything that we need to know to go forth into this new world, this evolved world that we're going into, and I'm really grateful for it.
Ah, I think I'm always the last, but I would like to add from here. Like I think that the course helped me basically as a student who studies I was generally interested in IT, but when I've seen like a whole big is the industry is, I really was interested in going in big data analysis, just things like, and the course helped me to do just further more research on the subjects that I was really studying for. So and the support that I really needed and was always there. So that helped me as well. And I had also different perspective. You know, when you start something like and you get really different things that you were expecting, and then you get more interested in and just go in deep. Yeah. So that was the thing. That was all I would like to say.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you all for sharing your experience. It's lovely to see how UWL has helped prep you just positive experience. So that's kind of it for us, but we will be back shortly. So if you do have any questions, please do share it on our socials, as we would love to answer some questions from you guys. But for now, I'm just going to head over and we're going to pass it over to Sean.
I'm now joined by Sarah Raybould, Senior Pro Vice Chancellor at UWL. Good afternoon, Sarah. Thank you for joining us today. Could you please tell us a little more about your position at UWL and the role you play at university?
Yeah, so my job is Senior Pro Vice Chancellor of Education and Student Experience. And in basic language, it means it is my job to make sure that every single student in this university has the best education and the best experience while they're here. So I get involved in everything from the moment that a student applies to be here. I want them to feel like a student from the moment of that application. I want to make sure that they get all of the educational needs that they require academically. Also to ensure that there's a wraparound for them, so that there is a lot of pastoral care, so anything outside of academia, a little bit more about the human being. I make sure that happens all the way through
to making sure that we have a great graduation and then our students get employed. A fairly big remit.
Well, I can personally vouch for that. And I've heard a lot about the well-being centres as well at UWL, and I think the initiatives are absolutely wonderful.
Good, so do we.
Well, up next, UWL is known as a great place for student experience. How do you believe we've achieved this?
I think it's really quite simple that we listen to our students. We listen to our students at every possible moment because they're the people who are here. They are the ones immersing themselves in this experience, so they're the best judge of it. So every opportunity, either through the Students' Union or directly from students in surveys, we listen to them. We look at what we can do to actually address some of the requests, some of the complaints, and then we go back to them and tell them what we've done. And I think it's only through doing that that you can constantly improve, constantly review, and constantly make sure that we move forward. Life changes, student attitude changes, student need changes, and unless we're prepared to listen and be flexible and change with it, I don't think we can continue to have the high level of student experience that did get us University of the Year from the Times Higher in 2021. Had to give you that plug.
Well, I think it's well deserved, really. All right. What are some of the ways students could be expected to reach or supported to reach their true potential here at UWL?
Okay, I think there's lots of ways. It does actually start with the self. And I think what we try and instill is that every student has confidence, and we build that confidence in them through making sure that they realise they have earned their place here, that they're here because they can achieve. And I think that's the first and foremost about any student being able to achieve, and getting that confidence and support right at the start, I think is key. But basically, from the 6 weeks before a student even sets foot on campus, we will connect with them online to give them lots of tips and hints about how to be best prepared. And just like the best Boy Scouts and girls, you know, being prepared is key. So when they come to campus, they're already on a really good and a very positive trajectory. Then throughout their time here, every student has a personal tutor that they go to with any academic or any other worries. But also we have a great student services team. We have study support that help with any additional academic issues that they have. And I think then we support students right from their day one at studying to look at what their ultimate career goal is, where they want to get to, and we will constantly support them throughout to get there. Every single member of staff at the university, as far as I'm concerned, is responsible for students to be supported to achieve. And so that's whether it's the Vice-Chancellor or Brenda, who is a wonderful lady who serves coffee in our coffee bar. But all of those people that take notice of our students throughout their time here, I think help a student feel confidence, feel like they belong, feel like they can achieve. And if you've got a belief in yourself, you will.
And that's a very rounded experience, actually. And I'm a recent graduate from music performance and recording. And what I found in my last year was the course offered a lot of flexibility in terms of what my final project could be. We spoke about confidence earlier, and I think as a student, my being able to take forward an idea I had and see it out to an academic standard has been very fulfilling to me.
Yeah, I think success is about where we can be flexible and allow ideas to come forward. That is what support is. Support enabled you to have enough confidence to have an entrepreneurial idea, perhaps see it through, the education to help support you through to that end. And, you know, we actually educate people for the industry that is to come, not the industry that there is now, because we have to prepare people for the future. And we've all just seen the last 18 months. Who knew that was in our future? But I think good education, strong support, confidence in oneself means you will adapt, you will be flexible, and you will succeed.
Well, very well said, Sarah. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
And
Slightly worrying when I don't know what the next question is.
the next question we're supposed to have from comments, but I'm not sure if we've received any. All right. Thank you, Sarah.
You're most welcome. And if there are any questions, I know that I can easily get in touch with you via social media. Thank you very much, and the best of luck.
Well, we're all going to need that very much. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Keep your comments coming. We will also be putting your questions to our admissions team shortly. And if you have a specific question, please email courses@uwl.ac.uk and the team will answer. Now we're going to go back over to our panel of students to find out more about life at UWL.
Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome back. And if you're just joining us, welcome. So this is our student panel. So I have a lovely panel of current students with me today. So my name is Antonia, if you're just joining us, and I work in the student recruitment team here at the University of West London. So I do have a couple more questions for our lovely students. And this first one is actually quite nice. It's a nice quick rapid fire. So for our panel students, in 3 words, describe what it's like to study at UWL. Who wants to go first?
Me, I'll go first. I'm Luna. I'm in musical theater. My 3 words are community, trust, and fun. I think they summarize UWL quite well.
And I think I am the next one. I think so. It's the community. I can say like supportive, well equipped, and as well as supporting. I think that one I said already. Yeah.
It's fine. We can be super, even better.
Yeah. supporting all the time.
Nice.
Okay, I'll go next. So, yes, it is hard work, but it's fun and it really motivates you to be the best you can be. So motivational.
I think it's probably now.
Yeah. So 3 words which I will tell about this university is learn, live, rejuvenate.
Thank you, guys. So nice little, a little bit of quick fire of the way to describe your studying at UWL. So on to the next one. So how have you been supported to reach your full potential here at UWL?
Let me go first then this one. Yeah, I really had different supports basically. Like I've been supported through I've been provided all the links that I really needed just to study further for my the course that I was studying. So I've been supported through providing a really essential material that I really needed for my course. And I think that helped me a lot, and as well as building like a group is that really engaging me really to work through my course. So I think like I that's all I can say about now for my for being supported. It's hard really sometimes to describe because the support was always like amazing and fantastic. All I can say is that.
Thank you, Mohammed. It's really nice to pick on the supportive part, which I think is quite important, especially for university. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
So with myself in my undergraduate final year, I actually became really, really unwell. So I had phenomenal support from the wellbeing team who liaised with my lecturers, and they supported me to get through all of that, making sure that, you know, whatever time I needed for medical stuff was there for me, not to worry. They gave me additional time because I actually got hospitalized on the day of sort of a final exam. So they sorted all that out for me because it was super stressful because I thought, oh no, game over. Certainly, and now having come back to do my master's, the support I'm experiencing here is phenomenal. If there's any journals, any books that are not there, each school has a dedicated librarian. Mine's been absolutely brilliant. I wanted some references today and I couldn't find how to do it. She just sent me over and said, oh, look, I've just cut this out for you. There you go. So fantastic support. We've got a wonderful study skills team, which has helped as well, getting me ready into doing things that I haven't done before. So super supportive in every way that you need.
That's absolutely lovely to hear, especially if you're going through a difficult time. It's nice to know that the university is there and there to support you, which I feel it should be probably the top priority for anyone going to university. So thank you for sharing that, Jane. Luna, Falcon, who wants to go next?
I can go next. I wanted to talk about the job and placement team that really supported me, especially being a full-time student and international student. I needed help with getting a job so that I could support myself during my studies. And they actually helped me a lot. I got a job here at the university as well as a student ambassador. Could have been more like proud to actually talk about the university. Also, during last year when COVID was at its peak, um, the university also helped with the COVID hardship fund, which helped me and dozens of other students to be able to survive during the pandemic because some of us needed that financial help, and the university was able to provide that support, and that was really, really helpful.
That's absolutely lovely to hear, Luna. And you're also a final year now, so it's definitely helped you to reach your full potential. Actually, we graduated, leaving us soon. So
don't say that. Don't say that.
So it's lovely to hear that the university is helping you. And so, Bargain, you're our last one. How have we supported you to reach your full potential?
As I'm doing my master's degree and my course duration is 18 months and I'm in the final semester right now, I often take the help of the career services, especially the placement team, which helps me a lot in everything. Like they just tell me about how to find competitive jobs. Okay. They just help me where can I apply after my finishing up my career. They also give me the guidance about how to make killer CVs, crack the interviews, and which all things will be useful throughout my career. And they not only just help us about these things, but they also identify the potential and ask us about the questions that in what field your strength is all about. Okay, they identify it, and then they themselves tell us that you should apply in this position because you have these abilities, and by doing these things, making such changes, you are pro enough to get into these things. As we are international students, we have to switch over our visas after we are done with the studies. So they also guide us at how we can find an employer who can sponsor us for the work visa and we can stay longer and commence our commercial professional journey in this country, working for the different companies and be surrounded with the work culture. So they are trying to make us all ready for this new journey, which will be commencing in next upcoming months.
That's absolutely lovely to hear. It's also really nice that showed that it's not just focused on undergraduate, it's all of our students gain support from all of our many different services. So it's really nice. And also talking about the international students, that they tell you about which one can give you sponsorship. I didn't know they did that. That's amazing. So, also continue.
Now, as we are talking about the international students, the university is really having a very good ratio of the international students who are coming from the Asian subcontinents in Asia Pacific. And university has also recently, in last 2 years, they have set up a special division international office who only looks about the international students' welfare. Okay, so we are international students. We shouldn't feel like we are not in our home country, but they try to make an environment where we all can fix up. Like we have all sort of festival celebrations. We have been given an opportunity to showcase our culture and this university integrating each one of us. And that is really amazing when a person from a different background is trying to come up with their own cultural heritage and mixing the person in this country and mixing up. So this is something like more of like being a secular or something which you can say about. But it is a really good experience which I felt over here working with these people around me and talking to my professors who are from a different subcontinents. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. So I think that's a lovely note to end on. God, to make me all giggly. Thank you guys so much for sharing your experiences. It's lovely to see such wonderful students and seeing how UWL has supported you all through your time here and even beyond, hopefully. So guys, that's all we have time for. Thank you so much for tuning in. if you do have any questions, we will be sticking around on the socials. So please do submit your questions. We have people on deck to answer your questions. So thank you guys so much. And that is all from us.
Bye.
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 Bye, all of you.
We had more of your comments and questions coming in via social, email, and DMs. Oliver has asked what the lectures are like. In my experience, everyone is really there to help you succeed and just do their best for you.
Now, if you're ready to join us and become a part of UWL, the first step is to make your application. Here's Dean from our admissions team, who's going to share with us some top tips.
Hi, I'm Dean Leo, Head of Admissions at the University of West London. I'm here to give you my top 5 tips for when applying for university. Number 1, you'll be spending 3 or 4 years at university, so it's really important to find one where you'll be happy at. There are lots of different ways you can research universities. A good place to start would be the university website. They will give you an overview of each course, both optional and core modules, and they will also give you information about typical career paths after graduation. They will also give you information about student life, both at the university and in the surrounding areas. Here at UWL, we offer many opportunities for you to come and visit us in person, so do get in touch. 2, the application form. This is your opportunity to demonstrate why you deserve a place at the university. List all of your qualifications, even if they're not necessarily related to the course you're applying to. The personal statement should talk about why you'd be a good match for the course. Make sure that you list all of your experience and also talk about your goals and aspirations. Number 3, there are lots of different options when it comes to funding your studies. Tuition fee loans often cover the full tuition fee and are repayable after graduation after you're earning a certain amount of money. There are also support options, scholarships and bursaries, so make sure you check them out on our website. Number 4, take time to think about your decision after you've received your offers. Certainly don't rush this. Take your time, but do be mindful of any reply deadlines, particularly if you've applied through Ucas. And finally, talk to us. Our admissions officers are experts in their field. They will happily answer any questions you have and will guide you through the process, so get in touch.
Now I'm joined by Ritz and Lewis from our admissions team, who will be answering your questions on admissions. Do keep your comments and questions coming in and email us at courses@uwl.ac.uk if you have a specific question you would like answered. So Lewis, Andreas has asked, I'd like to help start a new course next month. What's the deadline? I'm applying as a home student.
So we'd say the latest you should apply would be the 7th of February. Courses do start around then, so we would say if you did have to apply any later, please call us up beforehand and we can discuss that. But as a kind of deadline, just to make sure that everything's done on time and in a timely manner, I would say about, 7th of February in that case.
Okay, that's great, thank you. And Ritz, Amber asks, I'm applying to start a course in September and I'm trying to write my personal statement. Do you have any advice?
Sure, I think a personal statement reflects what you are, who you really are, what your background is, what you have been studying in, before you join university. What is your aim after you finish your degree at university? What is your career goal? So it's basically a brief description about yourself, why you want to do this course, and what do you see yourself in, in the career world after your 3 years of your degree. So yeah, tell us a lot about yourself. Tell us everything about yourself, because that's what helps us to help you choose the right career for your future.
Thank you. And Lewis, Eva wants to know, how big are class sizes at UWL?
Well, it's certainly going to depend on the course they're looking to do. It can range from anything between about 15 to 20 people, and it can certainly increase to up to about 30 to 40, even higher with some classes, depending, obviously we're looking at COVID restrictions and any regulations to make sure everyone is safe as possible, so yeah.
I know my class is a cohort of 15, so it can be very small, yeah? And Ritz, Roshan asked, what is the deadline for international students?
We don't have an deadline for international students as such, because international students are not restricted to make an application via Ucas. You can go on our website. Every course has a course page on the website, and you can apply directly on the website as well. So where I would say we do not have a deadline, but it's good to be realistic in terms of, because you've got to apply for your visa before you come to study over here. So I would say, from now till June is a good time to make an application. As soon as possible is actually the right word. So.
Perfect, thank you. So now I just want to ask Sean, have we had any comments coming in?
Thank you, Nicole. We do. Rajesh says that he is looking to start at UWL next September. Andrea says she's just graduated from UWL and had a great time. Those are both excellent pieces of news. And we've had more questions for the admissions team. Matt asks, how many hours of classes and lectures does a full-time student have each week?
Lewis, do you want to take that one?
Excellent. So it would depend on the course they're looking to do, but normally it's going to be about 10 to 15 hours a week, 2 to 3 days, we would say. The only place that would be a little bit different is maybe with our nursing courses, which not only would you be in class, but you'd also be doing a work placement with one of our trust funds, normally the NHS, throughout West London. And with regards to that, it can be quite an intense course, and we kind of say best to reserve probably the 5-day week really for that for any of our kind of nursing or midwifery courses.
That makes sense, yeah, exactly. So we're going to squeeze in a few more questions. Ritz, Kylie is asking, what's your accommodation like?
Oh, our accommodation, they are all individual rooms with an ensuite. And what happens is that 6 or 7 of you would be sharing a common kitchen area and a dining area where probably you could, have your social events there, or, cook together, have your meals together, and that's a place to hang out, really. So, yeah, most of you should be having an individual room with your own toilet and bathroom so that you don't share it with anyone. And, enjoy your uni life.
That's great. And Lewis, I've got a question come in from an anonymous person. But if I apply via Ucas for the BA Honours Photography course, how do I submit 2 references? I've requested for 1 reference so far.
So you can do it in a multiple ways. You can actually request those through Ucas as a platform, or if you're unable to get it in time, you can speak to us initially, and what we would normally ask is that you send those references to ourselves once they've been obtained. So there's a couple of options there just in case you can't get it done on the form, but overall you should be able to do it through Ucas in general, yes.
That's great. And Rich, someone else has just asked, hi, I just wanted to ask if my BRP card will be sent back home to the office if I don't collect it at my appointed time.
I think that there is a bit of a grace period that you could come and collect or pick up your BRP card. At any point of time, just get in touch with us and we will liaise with yourselves to let you know the right timelines and when you can pick up your BRP card.
Okay, that's great. Lewis, we've got a concerned father on the line here. He says, hi, my son has been offered a place at UWL, which is great. He's currently in class, hence commenting here. And he's requested to defer for a year, but he's not heard back from anyone. He's quite worried. What should he do?
Okay, so if the individual's already attending classes, best thing to do is probably to contact the actual school themselves. So once someone enrolls, they normally actually end up kind of with a school, whatever the course is. So if they actually contact their course administrator, or if they contact admissions, we can kind of pass them through and try and help our end as well. I should give the phone number, I guess.
Okay.
Best number would probably be 0208 231 2220.
That's great. What a good memory. Thank you. What happens if he's still at high school and hasn't yet to enrol at UWL?
Oh, is he already? Oh, I see. In that case, absolutely fine. All we need is an email, and that would just be to admissions@uwl.ac.uk. If they just put their full name, date of birth on there, and they say they wish to defer, we can do that, no problem.
That's great, thanks. And Ritz, someone's asked, how has COVID affected the way classes and availability of the facilities to students are conducted, especially in acting courses?
Right. I think facilities are available on appointment basis as well. So if you want to book a studio, you want to book a room, you could always do that through timetabling or that there is a way of where you can book that studio. Classroom sizes, as Nicole also confirmed, like, we do have up to 15 students in a classroom, some even lesser depending on the kind of engagement you need with either your peers or with your lecturer. So let's just say that all the precautions and safety measures that are needed for you to study safely are provided at UWL.
And as a student who's currently studying acting and theatre making, we are in person, we wear our masks, but we're definitely in person, and we've just had our first live performance with an audience, which was very exciting. So you can definitely be taught in person, don't worry, it won't be over Zoom. And someone has just reached out to ask, I want to know if one is eligible to apply for the September intake after tomorrow's deadline. I think you've briefly mentioned that, Lewis, if you drop an email.
Yeah, so in general, if you're a home student, yes, so there is a Ucas deadline, but not all universities, but I know UWL, we do look at applications after that deadline. So yeah, please do make the application if you need to. Yes.
That's great. And I think that's all we have time for now, but do still continue to submit your questions. Sian and I will be answering as many as we can straight after this.
You can also send in specific queries by email to courses@uwl.ac.uk. If you have any questions about a specific course, we'd encourage you to visit the website.
You can also sign up to our open days or come to a tour of our campus. Thank you very much for joining us, and we hope to see you around campus very soon.